Viewer discretion is advised while watching this program. The thoughts and views expressed are solely those of the two hosts. Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah.
You can?
Good. Now I can.
My camera's not doing. I can't really see me.
Yeah, I don't see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But you can't see me.
Nope.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
I wonder why. The camera's on.
I don't know what the fuck.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not normal.
Man, we should not be having these difficulties. Let me unplug the
Yeah.
camera.
You'd think by now we'd have figured all this shit out. God damn, pal.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Can you and you can hear me okay?
Yeah,
You're kind of in like a shadow.
I know. I gotta turn on the light.
Oh, let me open my curtain. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get my lighting better.
Yeah.
I was ready to go at 10 and then we had to. All right. Before we get going, I want to give a special shout out to our new sponsors.
Oh, we got sponsors.
Cherry RC,
All right.
sponsor number 1. As a matter of fact,
R80.
I'm going to crack that open.
Fuck,
And then our next sponsor, special shout out, Toronis Plumbing.
Wow.
Great friend of the show. Great guy, Ruben Toronis. So for all your plumbing needs, visit Toronis Plumbing. Good guy, really good guy, fair, great plumber.
Yeah,
and last but definitely, I'm sorry.
Fuck Gettle. Gettle's the biggest bunch of fucking scammers in the world.
So if you want fair and great plumbing, visit Toronis Plumbing.
All right.
At ToronisPlumbing@yahoo.com
Sweet.
for all the plumbing needs.
Yeah. Put it back towards your face, then we can see it better, I think. Yeah, 805-294-2133.
For all your plumbing needs.
Fuck yeah.
And definitely last but definitely not least, the Albertsons in Buellton. For all your legendary service and all your one-stop shopping needs, see the Albertsons at Buellton. So today, where should we start? Do we want to cover the UFC first, or do we want to go with the football?
Maybe let's just get rid of UFC really quick, and then you can fucking really give it to us on why it's a Philly thing today.
Okay. Well, I watched. Did you end up watching the whole fight card last night? The main card or all the card?
The main card, I did.
I did too. Needless to say, the main event was what I thought it was going to be. Islam is just a cut above, and I like to think that I've liked Islam before it was fashionable to like Islam.
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of a wager here of was it going to be over or under 2 rounds, and the House majority was under 2 rounds. So
Oh.
Islam, just a dominant fighter.
Okay.
Your thoughts on that? On Islam Makhachev?
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I mean, he was a late. Moicano was a late replacement. He's a good shit talker, but he's been fighting in UFC forever, and it's like he probably wasn't gonna win, and it was kind of like he lucked out, made some extra money maybe, but yeah, it didn't pan out like thought it. We were hoping Moicano would win, but you know.
But the fight before the event last night, boy, oh boy, was that one hell of a war. Was that a banger or was that not a banger?
No, and that was the whole thing. Umar Nurmagomedov, he was the underdog, or he was the overdog. Merab, even though he's champion, he was the underdog, and it was like he was pissed. That's why he took this fight in short notice, because the other guy was talking shit, and yeah, that's why it. Umar was doing good at the beginning, and Merab was like, "Fuck you," and then wore him out, and then he was just fucking doing this shit, though, like whatever the fuck, like just showing off.
Yeah, he was definitely acting like a clown. Do you think that was his thought process at the beginning of the first two rounds? Because I don't think, like, as a fight fan, I don't think he won the first two rounds personally.
Not. He didn't win the first two rounds. He was getting. It didn't look great for him, and then he had the stamina, and yeah, he fucked that dude up.
So do you think that was part of his plan to do that, make him feel comfortable, and then when he got him down in the deep end of the pool, he was just going to drown him? Or
I don't know if that was his plan necessarily, but like once it happened, and he was like, "I got this now. This guy's tired as shit," and you could tell.
You saw that, right? I felt that way right about the middle of the third round, that he was completely gassed.
Yep.
He emptied the tank. I mean, dude, give both those guys credit. They both emptied. Well, maybe not the other guy. Forgive me because I can't pronounce the name. Davlish. You guys know who I'm talking about. He fought his ass off, and I don't think he emptied the tank. Well, maybe he did, but he was definitely fresher than Nurmagomedov was at the end of the fight. Oh, but I mean, those guys literally, they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
That was very enjoyable for a casual fight fan as myself.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was a good time.
So, is there anything else that needs to be? Oh, my main man, double main man, Alex Pereira was announced last night, March 9th or March 8th in Las Vegas, Nevada, as the main for 311 or 312 against some jabroni guy.
Oh, really? 312?
Yes.
In 312's in Sydney, I think, Australia. So maybe it was another one, 313.
311?
311 was last night.
Maybe it's 13 then.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is, because other friend of the show, Chrissy Torrey, big fight fan, he loves Justin Gaethje. And the rumor is Justin Gaethje was supposed to be on that card on the March 8th or March 9th, whenever it is, on the Alex Pereira fight. Unconfirmed Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker.
Oh, yeah, I saw. No, it was confirmed. They showed that on the screen last night.
Gaethje and Hooker's confirmed?
Yep.
And Pereira's
313 or something like that.
In Vegas?
I think so. Let me see. Pereira overview, blah blah blah. Next fight. Let me see. 313 in Vegas, T-Mobile, yeah. For Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. And then Gaethje is fighting that card too, 313. So 312's in Sydney, Australia, and then there's a fight night in Abu Dhabi, and then or vice versa. Then
So the one in Vegas might be pretty good, huh? shaping
Yeah,
up a
like
decent fight card.
yeah.
A lot of firepower, like a lot of striking firepower on that card.
Oh yeah, for sure. Might be good.
So I don't mean to put you on blast right now, but it looks like you may or may not have had a long night. Do you care to share?
Yeah, I mean, so the
Did you
plan.
end up at Dottie's again, my friend?
No. So the plan was to go to not drink much, first of all, the rest of my life.
That's always a plan. That's always a great plan, but
I usually
real motherfucker.
Yeah. So we're gonna go meet at Dave and Buster's to watch the fights because Dave and Buster's is free, but you just pay for your food or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm planning to eat. And then my friend got there early and he's like, it's too fucking busy. Just go to my house. So I went to his house and he's like, just bring a 12-pack. And I was like, a Miller Lite or what? He's like, I don't care. And so I went to Smith's, which is like a Kroger grocery store. And
hang on. Fuck you, Kroger.
Oh no.
Okay.
Fuck Kroger. So they I looked at what they had on sale. And they had a coupon for $5 off a 12-pack of Firestone. So I was like, I'll get Firestone. And then I proceeded to drink like probably 8 of the Firestones and maybe 1 Coors Banquet. And then I was like, I mean, by number 4, I was like, I'm not driving home. I'll get an Uber. And then my friend Tobias gave me a fucking ride home. So I have to go get my truck after this.
Okay. So you didn't end up at Dottie's?
Nah, he gave me a ride straight home. I was probably home at like by midnight, I think. I don't even know. I don't think I threw up. I don't know. And then
there's some blurry moments mixed in the events from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Well, we watched the fights, and then my friend Rich, he's the guy that we were at his house. And he has a nice garage gym, and he has all these heavy bags and shit. And he was teaching Tobias how to fight. Tobias is this stocky black dude, and he can just like lay down and bench 315 like 6 times. Like he doesn't work out, but he can bench that much. We're like the guy's like fascinated with him because me and this Richie guy can't. I mean, we're just like normal white dudes that work out, and we can't do 300. So
15, we're talking about 6 wagon wheels. 6 wagon wheels.
Yep. And Tobias is just repping it out. And then they was trying to teach Tobias how to punch, how to fight, because his dad used to help him. Richie's dad used to do boxing training with him or something. So I don't know. Tobias is gonna be a killer. We're gonna make him into next world champ.
Hey, you think you could train him in the professional wrestling? Maybe he got a future with that?
You kind of gotta like that to do it, or be like a super freak like Bobby Lashley, and he's not quite like that, or like Lesnar or something, you know. But if you don't like it, then it's tough.
Okay, so that's not in his future.
I don't think.
But you alluded to earlier, he was a short, stocky guy, so he doesn't exactly have the look.
I mean, he has a look, but he's shorter. He's like probably 5'9" or something like that.
Okay.
Not the tallest guy.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. You never know. He does stand up comedy though, so he's a good talker. So I don't know.
Oh, by the way, friend of the show, Jesus, happy birthday today. It's Jesus' birthday. Special shout out, Jesus. Hope you're having a great day today.
Jesus.
Hopefully the Eagles will put happy birthday, Jesus, on the Jumbotron at Lincoln Financial Field.
What's he doing for his birthday? We got to get him a gift.
Well, we're working on some KBS and we're working on some breakfast stouts. So we'll see if we can pick those up. Did you have the breakfast stout before? Did we talk about that?
I think I've had it before, but
Did we have that at one? Did we have that at one of our gatherings throughout the years? Or I feel like we may have.
Maybe.
So here's the deal. The story behind that breakfast stout that I found and sent the picture to the group message
Yeah.
was we were going out to lunch, and usually that day we would have went to Subway. Usually that day's Subway day. But me and my boss decided we saw this other new little restaurant had opened up. It's like, yeah, we'll try that. So we go in there and it's like a little piece of shit sandwich shop. I was like, we'll try it out, you know?
Yeah.
And it was, you know, nice vibe, good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Lot overpriced for what you got. So needless to say, I got an Italian bagel sandwich, which ended up being about this big, 3 bites for $17. And I was like, God damn, pal. But you know, we tried it out and we're sitting there listening to music, good atmosphere. And then they have this cooler full of beers. And I was like, that's where I saw that. And I asked the girl, I was like, hey, how much are those? She's like, oh, that's a good question. She went and talked to the boss. She's like, oh, they're $7.50 a piece. I was like, that's not bad. So I was like, oh, just, you know, give me 2. She's like, you want 2? I was like, yeah, I want 2. She's like, okay. So she brings them out onto the counter. She's like, I don't have an opener. I was like, no, I don't want to open them. She's like, what do you mean you don't want to open them? So I'm just going to take them to go. She's like, no, that's not how it works here. I was like, what do you mean that's not how it works here? It's like, if you buy alcohol here on this premise, you have to drink it here. I was like, oh, is there any way you could just kind of turn the other cheek? You know, I'm who I am. She's like, no, I really can't. I was like, all right, you know, I get it. I didn't want to, you know, raise any trouble. I didn't want to get anybody into trouble because I have contacts where I can locate the stuff. Yeah. So I put my thinking cap on. And when I got back to work, mind you, after spending $17 on a little ass sandwich, I was still hungry. So I think I've located the breakfast stout. So if we want to try the breakfast stout next time we have a Wolfpack reunion, we'll be able to find that breakfast stout. So
I could probably bring some from here.
Yeah, I don't think it's available. It's at Parkway. Shout out to Parkway.
Oh yeah.
And I was going through my beer cellar. I have some KBS from 2016. I have some KBS from 2019, and I have some KBS from 2024. Ooh. So we could have like a little bit of, I think what they used to call, comment down below, Jesus, if you hear it, a vertical tasting. Even though it's not like 6, 7, 8, 9, it's like 6, 9, 4, or 16, 19, 24. Like the vertical is like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you'd have them like that. Yeah. But I have several different gears of that KBS that we can try.
Okay. Cool.
That might be fun. And then I was talking to some of my beer salesmen, and we got into talking about the Dark Lord.
Oh.
The legendary Dark Lord that we cracked open. Boy, hey, shout out to the Dark Lord that day. That thing's aged well, it's cellared well, tasted great.
Insane.
We were trying to look it up online to see how much to buy. People were just selling the empty bottles for like $13 just for the empty bottle.
That's crazy.
So for those of you who are listening or care, they only released that Dark Lord, Munster, Indiana. It's like a whole day. It's like a festival, and you can only get it that day at the Dark Lord Day. Yeah. So it's kind of a big deal.
Wow.
And so the one we drank ended up being from 2009. So I had that thing for 15 years that I sat on.
Damn, that's crazy.
I thought that thing was great. That was like
good.
My review was that was like the best chocolate candy bar that you've ever had in like a liquid form. Better than a Ghirardelli's, better than a Hershey's, just like the best candy bar you've ever had.
Yeah.
And I think if we looked it up, I think it was 15.8% ABV on it, I believe.
Yeah, I remember it was something like that.
It was hot. It was purple gas.
Yeah.
But like drinking it tasted like a candy bar.
Yeah, it was really good.
We have one more that could be later on in the year where we open that baby up.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome.
Or if we have any of our fans that end up wanting to go to Dark Lord Day, we could do a review on the podcast, cracking open a Dark Lord. Comment down below if you'd like to see Apostle Songbird beer reviews coming soon.
Fuck yeah. I just want to hear 2 technical notes. I think you need to move your camera slightly up. I don't know. There you go. That's better. I plugged HDMI from my laptop into the monitor so I could have a better monitor screen. I can show you how the setup is. I'll send you a picture, but I'm slightly worried that I'm gonna fuck this up again like last week, and then we won't have any audio.
But we're on Skype.
Skype, yeah. Now, but I'll send you the picture of what I'm doing, because so the reason I'm doing this is because if I put the camera on the laptop, it's like a lower angle and like you can't see my background is good, which doesn't really matter that much. But I was like, oh, I have all these 2 monitors from my wife's old job, so I'll just plug into that and then put the camera up there, and then it's like a better view and like a better camera angle and whatever. So that's why I did it. But let me see. I'll show you right now.
Are you suggesting I do this?
No. Just see, that's kind of what I'm working with right now. So the laptop's on the table, and then there's a monitor behind it, and I put the camera on the top of the monitor. So I think I got a better angle, but I'm worried that I haven't tested this like a jackass. So now I'm like, oh, hopefully it's recording sound. But Skype's usually good, so I don't think it matters. It should be.
Right, we haven't had any issues with the Skype.
Fucking Wave Room. Three times we used it, and like 2 times it's been fucked up. So
yeah.
Here,
So we gotta find something out there, fellas.
Wave Room's cool, and this doesn't look too bad right now, but like Wave Room, like quality and the sound and all that, it's way better. So I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't work. So what are you gonna do? The sound's not better if it doesn't work.
Correct.
I gotta blow my nose really quick, and then we'll get into football.
So hey, big win last week for the beloved Eagles. Took on Green Bay, exercised some demons of 2010. Now this week, a challenge with the Rams. We beat the Rams. You can look it up in the archives. Back in November, we did an after game party when BG tore his tricep, but we really dominated the Rams. There's a demon that we do have to exercise from 1990. Buddy Ryan was coaching the Eagles, and we played the Rams in the playoffs in Philly, and we lost to the Rams when I was about 10 years old. Heartbreaking loss, 20-6. So hopefully we don't have a repeat of that. There's also the 2001 playoffs in the NFC Championship game that we lost to the Rams. So we don't exactly have the best playoff track record against the Rams. So hopefully it's time to pay it forward and take care of the Rams in the playoffs. Fuck those Rams.
Fucking Rams. Fuck them. You know who likes the fucking Rams? Fuck you, Robbie. That's his favorite team. He said Rams Nation. I say, fuck your Rams, you piece of shit.
You know what I got to say? Fuck you, Robbie.
Here, let me Snapchat that. I'll send it to him. He's a Snapchatter, and I'll only do it to fuck with him.
Do you want me to do it again? I could do another one.
Let you win. We'll do a live one. Okay, ready?
Fuck you, Robbie, and fuck the Rams.
Fuck Rams. That's a good one. I'll do it.
Fuck Rams. Fuck you, Robbie, and fuck the Rams.
Yeah. That's a good one. All right. Man, covering a lot of bases quick right here.
Special shout out to our sponsor at Toronto's Plumbing.
Miss Plumbing. Fuck yeah.
So
I got another sponsor. I don't know if I should crack it, but maybe dog.
Whoa, Jack Daniels! Oh, Nelly! Oh, it's the silly thing if you have a little Jack Daniels in your life.
Straight broadcasting from the cool guy zone is what we call this room. And Cool Guys Own Fridge has a couple of these bad boys in there. I think. What's your take on dog hair? Hair of the dog. Do you agree with it or?
It just kind of depends on the hair that bit you, you know. Sometimes that helps. Sometimes you have a little bit of greasy food, like a good greasy bit of panda. And then the mythological thing that really seems to help, if you mix the hair of the dog that bit you, and then some Jack in the Box tacos,
Ooh.
and then maybe about 5 aspirin or 5 Tylenols, you'll be functional. You'll be functional. You won't be ready to play the Rams in the playoff game, but you'll be functional.
I feel like I'm doing pretty good considering. I mean, I did even before I went to the UFC party. I had one piece of pizza there and some baked chicken from Smith's, and then didn't eat much else. So that kind of got me. They ate beers and not much food, but earlier I went to my wife's rugby game and I had 2 tall boy Miller Lights there. So.
God damn, pal, you had an eventful day, my friend.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I'll get all my business done Sunday, and shout out to Martin Luther King, got tomorrow off with pay, so that's great. So yeah, like I'll get all my my shit done today and tomorrow, but I woke up at 10:15. It's already looking like everything's getting put off till tomorrow. So
that's not true. You were up at 6:07. You texted me at 6:07.
Cats, and I went back to bed. Cats like to eat at 6. So
sons of bitches.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh man. Are you gonna make it for the Royal Rumble?
Oh, that was another thing. So I wish it was this weekend so that I could have had the 3-day weekend. But in order to get there. So I can do the drive on Friday night and then drive back Sunday, but I was trying to figure out a way I could fly or drive then fly, like drive a rental car on Friday night, drop it on Saturday, fly back on Sunday would be best because there are flights from Allegiant on Sunday, but there's the only other flight that week is Thursday, so it's like I can't really take Thursday and Friday off just to fly. And then yeah, so I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out, but if all else fails, I'll probably just drive Friday, drive back Sunday.
Or you don't waste the trip and we save it for WrestleMania. I don't know how this Royal Rumble's shaping up yet. I don't know. I mean we'll see what they're going to do with John Cena.
Gonna have Cena and Punk and Rey Mysterio and those guys.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I think Roman Reigns, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing the idea is Punk wins. That's my prediction, just because that's like they need to do this. Like Punk's dream is to win Royal Rumble and headline WrestleMania, and they could do that this year before Punk tears his tricep or whatever the fuck, and can't do another match like he did last year or whatever. So I think they're gonna do that this year, and then Cena will win Elimination Chamber and then get a title shot off of that or whatever against Cody. But we'll see. I don't know.
So you're thinking Cena's gonna get the match against Cody?
I think so. I think that's the plan. But I don't know. Who knows?
That puts CM Punk against the Gunther?
Yeah.
Or are they gonna get it off the Gunther?
Or whoever beats Gunther if that happens between now and then. But
you think they get it off? Do they get it off of Gunther and do CM Punk and Roman Reigns with the Paul Heyman favor somehow coming in?
Yeah, I think that's possible. Like that would be it, but doesn't make sense unless they switch brands for Roman or whoever. But I could see them switching Roman because he's the biggest. It's like they can't have Cody and Roman on SmackDown and not on Netflix, you know. I think they want one of those dudes. They're the top 2 stars on Netflix, so I bet Roman switches in that fucking draft thing. And then we did
it would not behoove us to not mention the name Dwayne.
I think I don't know unless they do something different or like switch it up or like I don't think Dwayne's wrestling this year. I think he's taking the year off. Maybe next year, but we'll see.
That's how it's shaping up from our perspective. I agree with everything you're saying. I agree.
Because some people were saying the Netflix deal where he was like, where he was kind of like writing off storylines with Cody and Roman. Somebody was saying, oh well, it's just because it's the first episode of Netflix that you're getting all these new viewers. He can't be heel Rock on the fucking first episode, and like people be confused. And it's like, well, I mean, to me, like, if you just show some video packages and like that's all you have to do to build this up, and like he could have still turned on them. So it doesn't make sense that he would turn on those, or he would be like fucking playing grab ass with Cody and awarding Roman the fall or whatever the fuck it is, if he was still wrestling any of them. So I don't know. I'm sure he'll be at WrestleMania doing like he'll do like a rock bottom or something, or just do a speech, but I don't think he's wrestling a match.
We're not getting the cousin match this year.
Maybe he'll come out and just fuck up the new bloodline or something. I don't know. Or like Jacob Fatu, they seem to be really putting him over hard, and like he's gonna be a big fucking the next big heel. So
monster heel.
Yeah, or eventually monster babyface. So I don't know. They could do that match if they don't want to. If they could either do Roman and Punk would be a bigger match than like Punk versus Gunther, but they could just save Roman. Like Roman doesn't need the title. That's Punk's storyline. Give people what they want. Like Punk beats Gunther, the unbeatable guy Gunther, and then Roman could do the Jacob Fatu match. That could be big. And then
I agree.
And then Jacob could win that, you know, or not. And then I don't know. There's a lot they could do.
Boy, if Jacob gets a W over Roman, that really builds Jacob. That's
what I would do. I would put Jacob over, or he loses and turns on the like Solo shits on him, and then he turns on him, and then Jacob's the fucking new big baby face Samoan. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's all I got.
It's not.
Got to say about that. Huh?
That's coming soon. But today is a day of football.
Yep.
And the thing that I learned how to do, I did a dual screen last night, so I was able to watch the UFC and the football game.
Wow. Technology.
It was a little hard for me. I'm not as savvy as some of our other colleagues. Shout out Patrick, shout out Romero. But I did figure it out.
You never worked at Sears.
That's correct. The biggest takeaway I had from last night was the road to the Super Bowl goes through Philadelphia now.
That's right.
Now, whether the Eagles take it is on them. The ball is in their court. Detroit got beat. So unfortunately, like we had talked about back in the middle of November, we're not going to get the Lions and the Eagles this year. It's not happening.
Why not? They lost last night?
The Lions lost.
Beat them. Washington beat them, right?
The Lions lost.
Come out to rap for Detroit, and then it didn't work out, right? He's cursed them. I think he cursed them. That's my theory.
So now
don't have face tattoos. Introduce your team. That's a rule. Philly wouldn't do that.
And don't go to Philly and desecrate the Rocky statue like the 49ers did 2 years ago, like the Vikings did in 2017. Don't ever go to the Rocky statue and then post it on your Snapchats and your Instagrams. Don't do that.
Even if you're like not a Rocky fan, like how could you ever do that to the Rocky statue? You know? Like, you don't like
I
Philly.
put the Minnesota Vikings should never have desecrated the Rocky statue and dressed him in the Vikings colors.
Fuck that guy.
That didn't work well. Why do you think you got pissed dumped on you when you did that?
Yeah.
You're just asking for troubles. Don't do that to the Rocky statue.
Don't ever do that.
First and foremost,
Insane.
have some class. Have some respect. Don't desecrate Rocky. Isn't it kind of funny that our hero, our big Philly hero, is a make-believe character?
Yeah, it's crazy. They made a statue of him and everything.
He's not even like Rocky Balboa, just exists in our hearts. Where? Down in our hearts.
Yeah, it's not like a Sylvester Stallone, like, thank you for making these movies statue. It's him from the fucking that character in the movie. It's like, yeah, I don't even know. There's no other thing like that, is there?
No, not that I know of. And it only works in Philly. Could you imagine if Rocky Balboa was from San Diego?
Yeah, like, what's another famous character from like a movie, and then it's like, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing.
That the character's more famous than the guy that portrayed him?
Yeah, like, kinda.
Comment down below if you have anybody in your mind that you feel, maybe Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like, but he wasn't associated with a specific town like Rocky was, so I guess, or maybe he was, but it wasn't as big a deal as, yeah, like, who else? Who was his biggest, like, Schwarzenegger, but he was never a guy from a town, or, or Burt Reynolds or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Like, if Rocky was from San Diego, that wouldn't work. If Rocky was from Boston or Houston, Texas,
yeah,
you don't have the same like grit.
No, it's,
you don't have that dog mentality.
Yeah,
mentality.
I kind of thought growing up, my dad was from Philadelphia, so I thought, like, oh, when I think back, I'm like, it's kind of like, oh, we were watching this because he's from Philly, and that's why my dad was so into Rocky. But then, like, I feel like everybody's like loves Rocky, or like those movies were really good, and like everybody loves Philly a little bit, or like it was like a Philly movie, like you watch it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Weird.
So the road to the Super Bowl goes through Philly. Eagles, take the road. Follow the formula. One more time, let's go over that formula. Saquon needs to touch the ball today in particular, because the great equalizer today is going to be the weather, unfortunately, the snow. That could neutralize the advantages that the Eagles have.
Yeah.
Because I think the way that game played out in November, when Saquon absolutely fucked the Rams' mother, I don't think that game script's gonna go that way.
Okay.
So these guys are being paid millions and millions of dollars to figure some new trick out. So we'll see. But let's follow the formula. Saquon, at least 30 times today. At least. Let's not turn the football over. Do not turn the football over, and be aggressive on defense. The 3 keys to victory. Follow the formula. It's been successful 15 times this year. Can it be successful 3 more? Time will tell in 52 minutes.
Okay.
So
maybe I can get this episode out in the next 52 minutes, and then they can watch it before they go on the field.
Yeah, baby. So like I said, bad playoff history with the Rams. Bad demons from 2001, from 1990. Can we exercise some demons?
I think so.
I hope so. On paper, just like it was last week, we are the better team. We had success with these guys, against these guys in the season. But those guys, they're pros too, and they get a paycheck too. So I mean, they have pride as well.
Yeah.
I mean, all the advantages are for the Eagles. The Rams had a short week. They had to travel to the East Coast. It's snowing. I'm sure the guys in California didn't. I don't know how they could possibly practice in snow. They were displaced from California due to the fires. I mean, is it destiny for the Rams? Tune in. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Eagles follow the formula for success. Follow the formula. We could have a nice game. As long as we win, hopefully, the thing that I don't want to see happen, and I've been thinking about this basically for all week. Once I knew the weather was going to be a factor, that I don't want the Eagles to be having to be like losing early and chasing and trying to catch up, because I think as the game progresses, the snow's going to get worse. It's supposed to dump anywhere between 2 to 4 inches. I know you're checking the weather right now as we speak. So 2 to 4 inches is supposed to be dumping. So in that kind of weather, I mean, you don't want to be chasing points. So Eagles, you got to handle your business early and often.
Yeah, how does the snow affect play usually? It just everything slows down, or is it? I don't watch a lot, so.
Yeah, it usually becomes who doesn't turn the ball over and who's capable of running the ball more effectively. Usually the passing offense is not as effective normally.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the strengths that the Rams did have. I think their passing offense is a little more dynamic, to say the least, compared to the Eagles. That's not to say that the Eagles can't air it out a little bit, but the formula for the Eagles is give the ball to Saquon and let Saquon eat.
Yeah.
We don't need to. I mean, I like to think of myself as a football purist. To me, the way the Eagles are playing is just gives me a boner. Playing. I mean, I wish they would be a little more aggressive on defense, but the defense, I don't like it, but it seems to work.
Yeah.
And then the football with Saquon, just pounding Saquon's ass. And then they don't really turn the ball over. Yeah. So that's like, as far as I'm concerned, that's utopian football. That's like the best kind of football. Complementary football. I just wish the defense would be a little more aggressive.
You just had some spit come out because you were so
I'd be lying right now if I said I wasn't nervous. I just have this uneasy feeling because of the weather. Like, all things being even,
but
even if we had to go play them in their dome, I'd have a better feeling than I do right now because of the weather.
Wait, who are they playing? The Eagles and
Rams.
They're playing the Rams, but so like the Rams, they don't know how to play in snow. They're a bunch of fucking idiots.
They're a bunch of California. Yeah. When's the last time you saw snow in Los Angeles?
They never play in snow. They're gonna get fucked up.
Although that's not true, because if Jesus hears this, we went to Fontana to watch NASCAR, and the day before we go down there in Fontana, it's fucking snowing in Fontana. So it has happened. It's not out of the ordinary. Shit. So, I mean, it is out of the ordinary, but it doesn't snow in California, especially in Los Angeles.
Oh no, it's on fire. They're gonna be. I think their lungs are fucked up from the fire. They're not gonna play very well.
So hopefully the Eagles can soar. We can have a good evening tonight. I have a decent dinner planned.
Oh yeah.
Pork ribs for a victory. Fucking dick for a loss. So.
Should I put on the Eagles pregame in the background? When does it start?
In about 48 minutes. On the Peacock. Shout out to Peacock. It's going to be on Peacock today.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder if we'll get like, we don't get monetized anyway, but I wonder if we'll get I don't think you get flagged for like stuff in the background, really. Let me see if this works. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck the Rams. Bunch of stupid losers. Remember that Super Bowl? It was Rams versus it was a few years ago. Who was it? Rams and Patriots. And Robbie came over. He didn't have a place to watch, or he didn't want to watch just at home, or my mom had basic cable and he didn't. So we watched at my place, and then they lost. And then after we went to DJ's, the bar, we're like, let's go get, and we were both wearing tracksuits, and then like we ordered drinks, and then the bartender's like, what are you guys, gay or something? It's like she said it seriously. We were like, what? Just because we were both wearing tracksuits, we weren't matching, or maybe we had matching jackets or something. I don't know. They thought we were a gay couple. We're like, what? This lady's a bitch. I guess they changed that to they changed the name of DJs. Did you hear about that?
I think it's called Poor Decisions.
Yeah, it is.
Might as well be Bad Natures.
Oh man, Bad Nature News. It was somebody. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that, but look up Bad Nature on your local Lompoc news, and you'll see some bad nature stuff. There's a peacock. It's coming up. Is it backwards in your?
No,
like,
it's perfect.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there he is. It's Saquon.
Oh, and then Dave Chappelle was on Saturday Night Live last night. We got to watch that. That should be good. I'll turn the volume down. I think that's what would fuck me up. But
That's a thing we're going to have to worry about right there.
yeah, Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck the Lions. Fuck Washington. They don't have a mascot. Fuck them.
It's a Philly thing.
Fuck yeah, Philly Nation.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't really have much more to say.
Yeah, let's keep it tight. I think it's probably better if we do shorter than an hour, and then
because in a perfect world, we could reconvene.
Yeah. We should only do like 30 minute to 45-minute episodes, and then we could reconvene later if I
We
don't.
can reconvene on a positive. If we have a positive outcome today,
yeah,
let's talk about it.
And I think it's better to like, we do a morning, and we do a before, and we do an after, and I'll put the before out as soon as I can if I can. If we could have done earlier, it would have been better, but then maybe we can get into that, like doing a super early Sunday and then after game Sunday.
So I don't know if you guys can see, but look at the field right now. You can kind of see green grass. I'm imagining sometime in the middle of the third quarter, that field's going to be covered in white. It's going to possibly be a whiteout.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And that, like I said, that scares me. That's a neutralizer.
Yeah, it could be trouble.
But all right.
Go
Eagles, go Birds, fly.
Fuck yeah. I'll let you know if the audio didn't record at all.
Oh,
that would be great.
Okay.
Do it. All right.
You good?
Yeah. All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye. Fuck you, Robbie.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Robbie. Fuck you, Robbie. Robbie. Fuck you, 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 fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Robbie. Robbie. Fuck you, Robbie.